didn't think is possible. So I'm gonna dive right in there. I'm gonna give you like 5 steps that you can use, 5 principles that you can apply to help shift your thinking, help shift your perspective, change the mental game, and really have phenomenal breakthroughs in your life. No matter what challenges life throws your way, you'll be so on such a mental edge that you can just handle what life throws at you. Right, are you ready? Welcome back to another episode of Insights with Vinny Mac. My name is Vince, aka Vinny Mac. On this channel, I provide you with insights from a godly perspective as well as from a coaching perspective. I bring the two together to give you the best of both worlds. I have to say, I've really been enjoying reading your feedback and reading your comments on the different social media platforms that I'm on. Thank you very much. It really inspires me to just, give a bit more and just share as much as I possibly can on this particular channel. And I mean, as you can see from my feedback, I'm not giving you a generic cut and copy response as well. I'm really looking at what you're saying and I'm really providing feedback based in context of what you are saying. So thank you very much for that. Please do keep it coming. I will continue responding to each and every single person that do provide me with feedback as well. And if you haven't yet, please by all means do subscribe to the channel, do like the content, drop me your comments. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how this is impacting your life. Now, I'm no fool to the fact that there are so many coaching platforms and so many coaches out there on this particular platform, YouTube, providing insights. On TikTok, people are providing insights and giving motivational speaks. I'm not trying to do any of that or emulate any of them, I'm providing you with insights from, like I said, a godly perspective as well as from a coaching perspective. My heart and my journey is really to make Christian-based coaching, life coaching, something real, something tangible in people's lives, something that they can actually use and apply in their lives. See, I watch ministers, I watch pastors, I minister on a Sunday, and sharing really powerful words with people, sharing really powerful sermons with people. I mean, I've been watching my own pastor doing a very powerful sermon or series of recently. It was about finding your identity in Christ. And, it's just there's this stopgap between, the sermon that you receive on a Sunday and then going to work on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it's like there's this massive void, and the universe doesn't like voids. That is the one thing that we can learn about the universe. The universe does not like voids. It does not allow voids. So whenever there's a void, it will automatically fill it with something unless you are continuously filling it with something else. And that is why I'm on this particular channel, to help fill that gap, that void that occurs between the Sunday sermon and the battles that you're facing on a day-to-day journey during the week. So hopefully this insights arms you and equips you with the kind of thinking that you need to have and to take going forward into the week ahead. I mean, in the book of Luke, it says, what king goes into battle without actually sitting down and planning and seeing, can his 10,000 defeat the 20,000 that is coming against him? And that is what today's insight is all about. It's about preparation. Are you prepared for what is coming your way? Can you handle what is coming your way? I really hope that you're watching this insight all the way through, because once you've watched this particular one, you'll have such a mental understanding, such a mental preparedness, because you cannot predict what is coming your way from day to day. God's sun shines on the just and the unjust alike, so good and bad will fall on us. And it doesn't just happen to the poor, it happens to the multi-billionaire as well as to the homeless. So all of us are going through difficulties, all of us are going through challenges. How we are mentally prepared to handle those challenges, that is what matters in the journey. That is what this particular insight is all about. You see, everything on this channel that I share with you, the principles are easy to do and easy not to do. And it really comes down to the breakthrough that you want in life, how quickly you want the breakthrough in your life. Because if you are applying these principles, and if you're applying them consistently and with passion and with belief, then you are going to be experiencing breakthroughs in your life. Because I experience breakthroughs on a day-to-day basis in my life every single day. Today I just had another victory, and I'm getting tired of sharing all the testimonies and all the victories of people. Actually, I'm lying, I'm not getting tired. I enjoy sharing these testimonies and victories with people. But really apply these strategies, apply these principles, because they do work. They do, man, you'll see phenomenal things happening in your life. Things that you didn't think is possible. So I'm going to dive right in there. I'm going to give you like 5 steps that you can use, 5 principles that you can apply They help shift your thinking, help shift your perspective, change the mental game, and really have phenomenal breakthroughs in your life. No matter what challenges life throws your way, you'll be so on such a mental edge that you can just handle what life throws at you. Right, are you ready? That's my first insight. First insight that I'm sharing with you is decide. That is the most powerful principle that I have learned in my walk during this time of transition, when my life fell apart and I was unemployed, technically homeless. I had to make a decision to get my act together, make a decision to get myself from where I am to where I really see myself going with my life. If I didn't make that decision, if I didn't make that clear decision to see myself headed in that direction, probably wouldn't have been here today. I wouldn't have been having a channel as well. I wouldn't have been having the wins that I have in my life. I wouldn't be able to share with people what I've been able to share. So make the decision, get clarity on where you are, where you want to go in life. It is so important to have that certainty, to have that awareness, to know I'm going for it. And no matter what is coming against me, because obstacles are going to come against you. See, God's sun shines on the just and the unjust alike. There's no freebies. We're not getting out of this thing alive, this thing called life. So we need to be aware of the fact that we are going to encounter challenges, we are going to encounter difficulties. But if we are clear on our decision, then we are able to handle those challenges. And that can be a phenomenal edge in the mental game in terms of getting ahead. Decide. Make that decision. So that is step number 1. Make a decision. Step number 2, goals. It's so important to have goals in life. I love that expression that says when you aim at nothing, you're going to hit it every single time. Because that is so true. I see so many people facing challenges and facing battles, and I try to encourage them. I try to speak to them, but they just don't have goals. They just don't see an end result for themselves. They don't have a vision for their lives. God's word is very clear, without a vision we perish. What king goes into battle without planning, without, understanding what obstacles lay ahead of him? Can his 10,000 defeat the 20,000? Can you get that body that you want? Can you start that business that you are dreaming of starting? Without a goal, you're never going to see a result in your life. You're never going to see you're not automatically just going to stumble onto a good life. You need to have a plan of action. You need to have a goal in place. You need to make a decision. And you need to break down your goals. You need to go through it on a deeper level. You can't just say, hey, well, this is my goal. It has to be structured. It has to be, you have to embody all that is going to go into the goal. I'm not really a big fan of SMART goals, but there is some elements of SMART goals that I do love. You have to be very, very specific. I'm not saying the goal must be measurable, but it needs to be very, very specific. I'm not saying that it must be achievable, because you know what? Great things didn't start out as achievable results. It started out with people being dedicated to their goal. It started out with people dreaming big, dreaming impossible dreams, and going after what they want. And not deciding, or not being deterred by the fact of, is this really achievable? Is this really unrealistic? No. Don't set realistic goals. Don't set achievable goals. Set goals in place that will really motivate you, that will really inspire you. I love how, sorry, his name just took me for a moment there. Al Nightingale said it beautifully, He said success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. You need to decide what is a worthy goal for you. Don't worry about making it measurable. Don't worry about making it achievable. Make it specific. Be very, very clear on what you want to achieve. Alright, so get your goals in place. I would love to hear your feedback with regards to that. Third one that I want to speak to you is about, this is something that we all overlook from time to time. We completely ignore this. Get rest. Get a good night's rest in an hour before you go to sleep. Switch off the television, switch off the cell phone, put away the laptop. Get into reading, clear your mind, get into journaling, whatever it is, just for an hour before you go to rest. Because your mind, your subconscious is still busy decoding all that programming that you've been inputting, all the stimulation that you've been putting through your eyes into your conscious mind. It has to be decoded in your subconscious mind. Look at it this way: you brush your teeth in the morning. Do you think about everything that you're doing when you're brushing your teeth? Or are you thinking about each tooth that you're brushing? Or is your mind already going on to something else? What you're planning on doing for the day? It's a default program. Because your mind was able to decode a long time ago already what needs to happen when you brush your teeth. Now you're stimulating your mind with your cell phone, with your laptop, with your television, and it's all these images flashing. And remember, we think in form of images. So your mind is decoding all these images that has been flashed in its way. And that is why most of us can't really get in a good night's rest, because we are so addicted to our cell phones. We are so addicted to the highlight reel. I love how Trent Shelton said that. The highlight reel. We are so addicted to that we forgot to actually live our lives. We actually forgot to be who we are supposed to be. So put away the cell phones, put away the laptops, put away the televisions, or put off the televisions, and get a good night's rest. The best time to get rest is between around about from 8 to 9 p.m. because your REM sleep, it happens between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. And I've spoken to so many clients that battle with this concept. But since they've been applying this principle of getting to bed early and hitting that REM sleep periods, in a deep sleep already, man, the impact that it's been having on their lives has been phenomenal. And I know and I believe it will be phenomenal for you as well. So get good rest in this. Super important. I cannot overemphasize how important that is for you. Okay, step number 4. Plan your day. Plan what you're going to be doing for the day. I like to, the night before, plan the 3 most important things that are going to add value to my life. Plan that the day before, and then I plan 6 things in general, what I'm going to try and get to, what I'm going to try and achieve the following day. But 3 of them are non-negotiable. Like I said, those are the 3 things that are really going to add value in terms of my walk, in terms of where I'm going, in terms of my step number 2, goals. So you need to make your planning. You need to be very specific about what you're planning to achieve the next day. Yes, you can't predict what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis in our lives, but by planning, at least you're preparing yourself that when the unexpected does happen, it doesn't catch you off guard that badly. You can at least readjust and then get refocused, doing the important things first and then handling the crises as they come along. The last one, and I think this is the most important one. This is where most people actually fall short. Implement. It doesn't help you coming up with goals. It doesn't help you deciding. It doesn't help you doing all these things, the planning. If you're not going to implement, you can get all the rest in the world that you want to, but if you are not going to implement, then nothing is ever going to change in your life. Implement the goals that you decided on. Get the rest so that you're fresh, so that you can apply this, so that you can implement. Do the planning so that you know where to start implementing for your life. You see how all of these tie into each other. These are so simple. These are such simple steps that you can do, such simple strategies that you can apply to your life. The value that has been adding to my life, the difference and the change that it's been making in my life has been phenomenal. The difference and change that I've seen in my clients' lives has been phenomenal. So I know that this works. It works for them, it works for me, and it will work for you. But hey, like I said, easy to do, easy not to do. It is entirely up to you. That is the beauty of life. We have choices. We just need to remember one of the greatest laws of the universe is that cause and effect. For every choice, there's a consequence. And you control that particular narrative. You control the outcomes in your life. So I hope you got value from this one. I would love to hear your feedback on this one. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please by all means do subscribe to the channel. Drop me your comments, like. I love seeing your feedback, I really do. This is Bunny Max saying change your thinking, change your world.